Good evening. This is Making the Case, and I'm your host, Yodit Tewolde. As Texas House Democrats wrap up their second full day in D.C. calling for federal voting rights legislation, they're getting more support for their fight. The group left Texas during a special session blocking passage of a GOP bill that would restrict access to voting. BNC's Derek Lewis is in Texas with the latest on this developing story.
When dozens of Texas House Democrats hopped on planes Monday, they did not know what to expect. Since that flight, they have met with Senators Elizabeth Warren and Chuck Schumer. They have also sat down with Vice President Kamala Harris.
You are fighters for exactly this point, and so I'm here to thank you.
The lawmakers say they are not intimidated by the Republicans in this fight. The group left Texas during a special session, forcing the House to a standstill because not enough members were present. They believe what they call a Republican voter suppression bill could have been passed within hours had they stayed in Texas.
This bill was just the last and latest of Trump Republicans' attacks on democracy across Texas and the nation.
Republicans have voted to have them arrested if they return.
You're not always going to win every debate you're involved in, but that doesn't mean you leave the state and refuse to do your job.
More than 150 companies around the country have signed a letter raising their voices in support of a change to nationwide voting laws.
You are doing this in support and in defense of some of our nation's highest ideals.
Democrats plan to stay in D.C. until at least August 7th, when the current special session is over. They have said no taxpayer dollars are funding the trip. Instead, they have received thousands of dollars in donations from PACs and supporters, including celebrities.
We will continue to fight. We will continue to speak truth to power. We will continue to make good and necessary trouble to fight against voter suppression and protect the fundamental right to vote.
That was BNC's own Derek Lewis reporting. We've got more news to cover out of Texas. Civil rights attorney Lee Merritt is running for state attorney general.
My name is Lee Merritt, and I'm a civil rights attorney. And right now, my phone never stops ringing.
Good afternoon, Lee Merritt, on behalf of the family of Ahmaud Arbery.
This is the family of Ronald Green in Louisiana. We just met with the district attorney with the family of both of them. These terrible tragedies across our state, our country, if we don't step up to respond, to save lives, to protect the people, no one will.
Lee, a Democrat, launched his campaign on Tuesday and is running in a crowded field trying to unseat the current AG, Ken Paxton. I'm honored to have the candidate himself here on Making the Case tonight, Lee Merritt. Thank you so much for your time tonight.
Thank you, Yodit. How's it going?
Well, how's it going for you? I mean, let's just start with why you decided to run and why you feel you're the right person for the job.
I made the decision to run really shortly after the winter storm in Texas. We've watched Republican leadership in the state of Texas fail us over and over again. And it's been frustrating practicing civil rights law here as a constitutional attorney because it seems like the Republican leadership doesn't have any real respect for either the United States or the Texas Constitution. And that's been a source of ongoing frustration. But when I watch the incompetence, really, which is the Texas power grid and the energy crisis, and I saw my kids shivering and huddled in my bed, I made a decision that, maybe there could be a better ideal of leadership in Texas. And we launched a campaign officially, or I should say I began to discuss publicly my decision to run shortly after Marvin Scott was killed for less than 2 ounces of marijuana while suffering a mental health crisis. And it was really, as Marvin's mom has said before, it was a cascade of things happening that said, I think we can do better with leadership here in Texas.
Lee, do you think people understand or are beginning to understand the role of an attorney general and why it's so important to pay attention to who's in that role?
I think that a better understanding of the attorney general position is starting to emerge from the case of Breonna Taylor, where we saw the incompetent attorney general for the state of Kentucky mishandle the grand jury presentation and the fallout from that. And then we saw the superb representation of Brother Keith Ellison in Minnesota in his handling of the Derek Chauvin trial and the upcoming trials as well. And so those two cases shined a bright light on the attorney general position. Over the past year, in advocating for the family of Ahmaud Arbery, I had a chance to work with the Republican Attorney General of Georgia. I've worked with Brother Keith Ellison. I've worked with the Attorney General out in California, Rob Botna, and even the Attorney General in Illinois on behalf of the family of Jamel Roberson, the security guard shot in his back while doing his job. And I've come to appreciate how much power runs through that office, and how much good can actually be done when you have the right person in that chair.
Now, as you know, the big story unfolding right now in Texas is, of course, voting rights. Now, you tweeted your support for Democratic lawmakers who left the state. You tweeted, quote, Ken Paxton and his extremist friends are trying to pass some of the most egregious suppression laws in the country. They are assaulting our democracy. Their time is up. I stand with all Texas Dems who are fighting tooth and nail to protect our right to vote. Now, how much did Ken Paxton's war on voting rights factor into your decision to run, or did it?
I've said this before. If this campaign is about anything, it's about protecting voter rights in Texas. I am incredibly proud that when I first came to Texas, I and a colleague of mine, Jasmine Crockett, started a small law firm, Merritt and Crockett Law Firm. Jasmine went on to be elected to the state representative. She's a freshman there now, and she was leading the charge for the Democrats opposing this voter suppression bill and making the decision to take flight and take their fight to D.C. I continue to support Jasmine, and I've been very vocal about Ken Paxton's failure not only to protect the constitutional rights of Texans, but he's leading the charge in the assault on voters. Several high-profile incidences of him taking relatively minor mistakes made by honest citizens and turning it into almost a felony offense, and bringing criminal charges against Texans who are trying to navigate the voting process. It's an abuse. Exactly opposite. You should be looking for ways to engage more people in the system, because that's what a democracy is about. It's about the participation of people.
Let's talk about another issue and take a look at another tweet you posted as you were making your campaign announcement. You posted, I've seen the generational impact of the prison industrial complex and injustice of mass incarceration in my own family. I've spent my legal career helping families unjustly affected by this broken system. Now I'm running for Texas Attorney General to make some real changes. Tell us what changes you would make to that broken legal system in Texas.
Yodit, Texas is the most incarcerated state in the nation, has the largest prison population, and it's a byproduct of what has recently been recognized by the ACLU as the 50-year so-called war on drugs that has played out effectively as a war on Black and brown people. Right now, Texas prisons, like most marijuana offenses or other poverty crimes, only 5% of the prisoners in Texas are there for violent crimes.
Welcome back to Making the Case. All right, so Lee, something happened with your audio, so we only have only a few minutes, so I've got to ask you just one last question. We live in a red state, Lee, and a Democrat hasn't won any statewide race in Texas in 25 years. So how do you expect to beat those odds?
I think Texas is changing. The recent census data tells us that in Texas are enough progressive votes, enough Black and brown votes, enough people who want to see change, that if people show up to the polls, if they have a reason to show up to the poll, a candidate that actually represents significant change in lifestyle improvements, then we can win this race. And so that's why we're making our campaign about protecting the vote, to ensure as many Texans as possible can actually participate in the system. But we're also making it about quality of life, about improving the power grid, about reducing property taxes, about providing additional funds to our schools, all power lines that run through the Attorney General's office. And we're making this a people-powered campaign. I think that last year the Democrats came close, or last election cycle the Democrats came close. I think Brother Beto O'Rourke made a valiant run, and the people of Texas are just looking for something to vote for. And then in this campaign, we're trying to give them just that.
All right, civil rights attorney and community organizer S. Lee Merritt, candidate for Texas Attorney General. Thank you again for joining us.
Thank you for having me.